Peace and Black Power. Peace and Black Power. Peace and Black Power. Good Garvey evening. Good Garvey evening. Good Garvey evening. Brothers and sisters, you are listening to the voice of none other than Intercontinental Ifa Tunde, the Prince of Pan-Africanism, Dr. Umar Ifa Tunde. I am in the Ifa Tunde Shrine right now, where I was last night, where I am often meditating, libating, honoring, thinking, meditating. I seem to have once again taken over the social media platform. That is very common for me, as you all know. I am the most prominent, the most popular, the most influential, and the most hated Black scholar in the world, all at the same time. Quite a unique phenomenon to be both the most loved African scholar in the world and the most hated American African scholar in the country. I get the most love, I get the most hate. I think you can see the dichotomy illustrated when you look at my two most recent interviews that were posted. You have the interview that I did on the Cannons Class podcast versus the interview I did on the Godcast. Both of which I am glad I did. Both of which are hosted by brothers and sisters who I love and respect. Nothing but love and respect for Brother Nick Cannon. Nothing but love and respect for Lord Jamar. Nothing but love and respect for Rod Digger and Godfrey, who was not present during the interview. And the reason I love the diversity in interviews is because in the case of a Nick Cannon interview, you have the opportunity to educate, to demonstrate, okay, your full arsenal of intellectual material and solutions. When I go on the Breakfast Club, you have the opportunity to demonstrate the full comprehensiveness of your political wisdom. And then there's the Roland Martin interview. Then there's the Godcast interview. And I would not put the Godcast interview within the same vein as the Roland Martin interview, but it clearly was not one that sought to educate the community as much as it was one that sought to continuously underscore the same ridiculous questions that I have answered repeatedly for the past 5 years. I guess for me, one of the frustrating things about doing interviews is when you get questions, not just that you've already answered, but I would probably venture to say getting questions that the person answering the question, asking the question, probably already knows the answer to. If you purchase a building for a certain amount of money and there's a little bit of money left over and you're constantly telling the people that you got to pay to get the grass cut and you had to pay for repairs because somebody tried to burn you down and you had to pay to get the roof repaired and you're about to put an electrician in play and put an HVAC person in play, I think common sense tells you that if these things are being paid for, then they're probably being paid for out of the funds left over. And if they're not being paid for out of the funds left over, he must be paying for them out of his pocket. It's just kind of common sense. And I guess for me, sometimes my frustration comes from the fact that people will ask a question that is totally devoid of any kind of common sense. I'm not talking about my good brother, Lord Jamar, per se, but just generally speaking. And so yesterday you did see King Kong Consciousness. You did see Jermaine Shoemake from North Philadelphia. You saw that because when you're as passionate about a mission as I am about my mission, and when you have done so much for your community as a whole and Black children in particular, and when your resume exceeds the resume of nearly every other personality in the conscious community, and yet you receive nothing but rebuke and negative criticism from certain quarters, not all, because most of our people love me. So we're dealing with a minority. We're dealing with a minority. But I must also say that even though we're dealing with a minority of haters, they do have a degree of influence. They do. One of the things that I have had to learn, I've already known it as a student of propaganda, a student of political science, a student of psychology. We are living in an age of ignorance. We are living in an age of Negro ignorance, where people voluntarily surrender their God-given intelligence and will endorse the opinion of someone else who may know less than they know, who may be less intelligent than what they are. And so despite the coonism, there's brothers and sisters, who can be influenced by it. One of the things that I see as part of this Black age of ignorance is I see that as part of this Black age of ignorance, Black people don't need no evidence or proof to believe something. They don't need any proof or evidence to believe something. We know jealous people and envious people don't need proof, but that is because they have a personal agenda against the person. But I mean, innocent Black folks also don't have a lot of intelligence when it comes to whose opinion you want to believe or what message you want to endorse. We don't need proof. We will believe something negative about somebody with any proof. Somebody sent me a clip today of one of my coons on YouTube. An ugly guy, very ugly, unattractive guy, nasty looking guy, no neck, just a nasty guy, tongue hanging, ugly little guy. I feel sorry for him to be so unattractive. But somebody sent me a little clip of him where he was having a meltdown because another YouTuber had said some things about him that were not true. Somebody sent me this today. And he was having a meltdown because another YouTuber said some things about him that were not true. And the irony of his little diatribe lies in the fact that he has made a career of telling lies about me. I want y'all to look at how hypocritical we are as a people. I want you to see how contradictory we can be as a people. This guy was enraged that another YouTuber had said some things about him that were not true. But yet he makes a career out of assassinating my character and my mission. I'm not talking about the down low guy right now. I'm not talking about the down low right. I'm talking about the garbage pail kid. The little fat, nasty garbage pail kid. He was enraged that this guy told a lie about him on YouTube. But he does the same thing to other people on a regular basis. You understand, brothers and sisters? So I just wanted to come on here to let brothers and sisters know that I was all right. I got a lot of text messages. Doc, are you good? I'm good. I really enjoyed the interview last night because it gave me an opportunity to flex a little bit, to deal with the negative energy a little bit. I would say for the most part, a lot of my interviews over the past year have been more positive than negative. They focused more on the scholarship, more on what we need to do as a people, more on helping parents. I don't get a lot of the interviews where they want to spend all day talking about stuff that's already been talked about. I don't get a lot of them anymore. I used to get them all the time, but I stopped taking those interviews. So I kind of got blindsided a little bit because I thought the conversation would be a little bit more progressive. I didn't know it will descend into asking the same old hater questions. But I want to clarify a couple things. Y'all have to stop thinking that the black community has a problem with Dr. Umar. Y'all have to stop thinking that. It's not true. That is the YouTube propaganda. The black community loves Dr. Umar. The elders, the youth, the adults, the men, the women. The black community loves Dr. Umar. So it's amazing when I get on these interviews and people say, well, what do you think about all the hate you get? It is a lot for the average person. But when you understand the magnanimity of who I am and my platform of tens of millions of supporters around the world, they are almost irrelevant in the larger scheme of things. It is you guys who give them power. It is you guys who give them power. It is you guys. The African world loves me. The United States American African community, hashtag AMAF, hashtag AMAF, born in America, but I belong to Africa, hashtag AMAF, the American Africans. They love Dr. Umar. I mean, y'all don't understand how much love mail I get every day. Every day. And everyone matters to me, by the way. Every time I get a positive text, every time I get a letter in the mail, the birthday gifts, the donations for the school, the letters, the paintings. Do you realize of all living African-American public personalities, non-entertainment, so take out LeBron, take out Serena, take out Jay-Z, take out Beyonce. That's entertainment. Take away your entertainers. Take away your entertainers. Leave everybody else. You can leave your politicians. You can leave your clergy. You can leave your national black leaders. Take out the entertainers and the athletes. My likeness has been portrayed in art voluntarily. I'm only giving you this because I want you to understand the love I get, because some of y'all go to YouTube and you see failed life coaches and failed therapists and ugly, short, nasty looking people, 10 sandwich eating people clowning around, making a career out of trying to destroy my work. And you say, wow, he's getting a lot of hate. You're correct. But when you put it in context of all the love that I get, it's almost irrelevant. I need you guys to understand that. I need you guys. Do you realize you could add up all the views? Literally, you could add up all the views of all the negative videos made by my leading 3 trolls. You can add up all the views of all the videos made by my leading 3 trolls, Madball, Down Low, okay, and the Faceless Thought. You could add up all the views of all the videos by my leading 3 trolls, and you won't even get 1 million total. You won't even get 1 million total. You won't even get 1 million total. Do you understand? But my Nick Cannon interview will probably be at 1 million by the end of the year, if not by the end of the month. The Lord Jamal interview probably be at 1 million by the end of the year, if not by the end of the month. I regularly do those numbers. You understand? So what is that to someone in my position? But getting back to my point that I was making, my likeness has been painted in art. My living image has been rendered to artistic form, portrait, more than any black public personality in America outside of athletes and entertainers. I want you to just meditate on that. I'm not coming from a place of ego tonight. I want to make sure that those who follow me understand we are in a good place. Yes, my trolls got the original GoFundMe shut down. Yes, they got the original PayPal donations froze back in 2014. They did that. But we got the PayPal back. All the money's there. The GoFundMe, that money that was raised, we still got all of that. Yes, they took me before the Pennsylvania State Board. Yes, the Faceless Thought is sending videos to Pennsylvania politicians on a regular basis. Mr. Downlow, he's doing what he's doing. The Madball guy, he's doing what he's doing. But brothers and sisters, have you realized that they have to work in overdrive? Have you realized they have to work in overtime? They have to work overtime. Why do you think she has 1,000 videos? Why do you think he's trying to get more videos than her? Why do you think the ugly one is constantly making videos? You know why they have to work constantly? Why do you have to make so many videos about this one man? Because most people, and they're not the only trolls, they're just the leaders of it, but most people love this guy. Even the ones who got issues with some of what he stands for, which I'm not going to change because I'm unapologetic and I don't live in the prison of other people's opinions. But there's other trolls out there. They're the leaders, but most people love this guy. See, what they're trying to do, they won't be able to do. See, there's 2 campaigns that are being carried on by the hate. There's 2 campaigns that are being carried on by the hate. One campaign is to destroy my life and work. That's one campaign. One campaign is to destroy the life and work of Dr. Umar. We're going to sabotage this school. We want to sabotage him professionally in every other way. So that's the one campaign. Let's destroy him and his work, right? That's one. Then there's another campaign to turn black people against me. That's the other campaign. Let's try to turn the black community against him. So there's 2 campaigns. One is destroy him personally, professionally, his school, any goals he's working on. Let's try to destroy that. And the Faceless Thought is the leader of that. And she's supported by Down Low and Madball, right? So the Faceless Thought is like the leader, and Down Low and Madball are like her lieutenants. You understand? Okay, so that's the one. But the other, let's try to turn the people against him. And the reason turning the people against me is so important. The reason turning the people against me is so important is because I get so much love. They hate that. They hate the fact that we've been trying to destroy this man and people still love this guy. And they don't understand the reason people love me is because I provide a service. the saving of children. I provide a service. The saving of students. I provide a service. The support for parents that they do not provide. You can't kill someone's image who has over 20 years of proven history saving children. You can't do it, but they don't understand it. They're still trying, though. And what they fail to understand, you want us to turn our back on Dr. Umar and follow who? You? So Madball wants y'all to stop following me and my expertise and my leadership and my organizational skills and my credentials. Stop following this man who started a parent organization to help us. Stop following this man who wrote 2 books packed with solutions to help us. Stop following this man who has this Black Parent Boot Camp where he teaches me everything I need to know, standing on his feet for 12 consecutive hours to make sure I can do what I need to do. And follow Madball? What is Madball's agenda? What is Madball's plan for the Black community? Does he think he can be a leader? Does he think he can be an organizer? Would you follow someone who looks like they belong in the Case 39 movie? Okay, would you follow someone who looks like they belong in the Basket Case movie? No one's following Madball. And then you have Down Low. Who's going to follow this guy? Somebody sent me a clip of Down Low saying something like, this is an old video that he did because he's a failed life coach. He's been making videos for 7-10 years. None of them successful. No success until he started mentioning whose name. No success until he started mentioning my name. And he says, I'm not just Black. Nobody's just going to call me Black. I have all kinds of stuff in me. This is what this coon was saying on the clip that somebody sent me. He don't even want to be Black. But here he is trying to exploit Black consciousness in the form of hate to take care of a family because he don't have a job. In the faceless thought, I mean, that woman is just sick. That woman is obsessed with me. And I've had a lot of women who've been obsessed with me through the years. But I ain't never seen something like this. More than 1,000 videos. More than 1,000 videos. More than 1,000 videos about a man you don't know and you refuse to show your face. But brothers and sisters, I just wanted to check in tonight to let everybody know I am good. I appreciated both interviews. Shout out to Nick. Shout out to Lord Jamal Rod Digger. I thought last night's interview could have been a lot more productive, a lot more progressive. I thought it was a bit too redundant, but it's okay though, because you got to take the bad with the good. With good comes bad, with bad comes good, with positive come negatives, with smooth road comes rough road. Sometimes you got to put the boxing gloves on. And we did that respectfully yesterday. See, another problem that we have amongst the hater community. Okay. And I want to make sure we're clear. I'm talking about the hater community, which is a small little community amongst the larger Dr. Umar community, right? You got this little ghetto of haters. If you notice, brothers and sisters, and I'm talking to my supporters, if you notice, my haters love to ignore the credentials. They love to ignore the resume. They love to ignore the experience. Have y'all noticed that? When they discuss the school project, they do it from a narrative that doesn't even take into account this man is not only a certified school principal, he's a former school principal. They miss that. They miss the fact that this man has his master's in educational leadership from one of the most prestigious universities in America. They miss that. They miss the fact that he's been working in schools for over 20 years. He supports principals. He supports school boards. He supports superintendents. You notice how they ignore that, and they almost reduce me to being another one of these self-taught YouTubians. When they talk about Dr. Umar, they love to reduce me to being a self-taught YouTubian, right? Because most conscious scholars are self-taught YouTubians, no real formal education, and there's nothing wrong with that. I see nothing wrong with being a self-taught scholar. But I also understand that you don't confuse somebody who went to the library and read a bunch of books with someone who was educated, trained, experienced, and has become a master in their field. You don't confuse those things. You don't confuse someone who has been a principal with someone who simply knows a principal. You don't confuse a master school psychologist with someone who simply read a book on school psychology. You don't confuse that. And in a conscious community, because we don't like to respect those of us who have achieved the highest levels of formal structural education, we don't like to respect that. So we just throw them in with the armchair scholars who read a few books at the local public library. They don't like to give me that respect. In fact, one of the things I noticed about black men, the ones who don't like to respect those of us with that highest credential, that DR in front of our name, when they refer to you on video or in print, maybe not in your face, you're Dr. Umar. But a lot of them, if you look at my haters, they don't like to say Dr. Umar. They just say Umar. That's their way. And that's fine with me. That doesn't bother me at all. I don't need anybody to verify what I am or what I have. But they do that as a means of dismissing or discounting the fact that you have achieved the highest level of education in your profession. They like to dismiss it. So we're not going to call him Dr. Umar. We're going to call him Umar. But they'll call other people doctors who don't even have a real doctorate. They'll call other people doctors who don't even have a real doctorate. They'll call other people doctors who don't even have a real doctorate. But someone with the real degree, we ain't going to call him doctor. Notice how my haters, just watch them. Notice how they never like to respect the credentials, the resume, the expertise, the professionalism. And see, I get frustrated by low-mindedness. I get frustrated by a lack of intellectual aptitude. I get frustrated by people who don't think deep. I get frustrated by individuals who should be able to see the obvious and cannot see it. This is not about me not having a school. This is about a group of jealous Negroes who failed in life, who did not become what they wanted to be, and have seized upon me as a means of compensating for their failure by trying to turn me into one. Did y'all hear what I just said? It is an agenda by those who have failed in life, who want to compensate for their failures in life by trying to turn me into a failure as well. Do y'all understand me? If you follow me, brothers, give me a fist. If you follow me, sisters, give me a heart. If you follow me, brothers, give me a fist. If you follow me, sisters, give me a heart. This is about individuals who wish they were in my position. Who wish they were in my position. Have you noticed that many of these failed detractors all wanted to be in public speaking? Have you noticed this? They all wanted to be public speakers, but I'm the most requested public speaker. They all wanted to be in mental health, but I'm the one with the doctorate. They all want to be famous, which you can tell by the fact they publish dozens of videos every week. Some of them do a video a day, a video other day. They want to be known to the world. And if I can't be known to the world for who I am, I'm going to become known to the world by trying to destroy the person I cannot be. If I cannot become known to the world for who I am, I'm going to become known to the world for destroying the person who represents who I'm trying to be. I'm not ADOS. I'm not FBA. I'm AMAF. I am not ADOS. I am not FBA. I am AMAF. American African. That is the Pan-Africanist in the Americas. Hashtag AMAF. I respect those others, maybe, but I'm AMAF. Brothers and sisters, I'm happy tonight. I'm happy. I'm very happy. I take that back. I always try to teach. Don't strive to be happy. Strive to be at peace, because you can't always be happy. Happy is an emotion. And you shouldn't try to achieve emotions because they come and go. So I'm not happy. I'm at peace. I have peace of mind. That's what I want you all to struggle for. Don't focus on being happy. Somebody you loves dies, you can't be happy at that time. Somebody steals something that you loved, you can't be happy at that moment. Somebody takes something or harms you or hurts you, you're not happy. Happiness cannot be consistent. Happiness is not eternal. Peace of mind is. You can be at peace that you lost the person you love. You can be at peace that they stole something you really valued. You can be at peace that somebody harmed you and it's over. It's nothing you can do about it. You can be at peace with the mistakes that you made. You're not happy with the mistakes that you made, but you can be at peace. I'm at peace right now. The Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy is my gift and my curse. The Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy is my gift and my curse. What do I mean when I say it is my gift? Let's deal with the curse. And I probably shouldn't use the word curse. I would say my struggle, because it's not a curse at all. But this undertaking, brothers and sisters, is making me reach down deep into my soul. Getting the Honorable Marcus Garvey building together, it's making me reach down into my soul and pull out the strength that God put within me. I want y'all to hear me. It's making me reach deep down into my soul and pull out the strength that the Creator gave to me. I'm finding myself having to go deeper, because the psychological resilience that I had most of my life, that got me through that, got me through the colleges and the 6 degrees and the UNIA and the NAACP and all that kind of stuff, the Black student unions and all of that, that is not going to be sufficient to get me through this process. So I'm finding myself going deep. When I pray, I got to pray deeper. When I meditate, I got to meditate deeper. Some of y'all have to understand that it's not that you can't handle the problems that are in front of you. It's that you're not tapping into your deepest self. You got to tap within your deepest self, within Yoruba cosmology. Within Yoruba cosmology. Within Yoruba cosmology, we talk about the Ori, or the God consciousness, the Ori, or the God consciousness, but there's also an Ori Inu. The Ori Inu, that's the inner Ori, the inner God within the God. So you have the God consciousness, but then there's a deeper level of the God consciousness beyond the surface of the God consciousness. You got to tap in. My ancestors have told me, the ancestors have told me, you got to go deeper for this, brother. This is your test. Madball is your test. Down low is your test. The faceless psychopath, she is your test. Don't run away from it. Don't discount it. They're there to make you manifest your greatest self, Ifatunde. They're the challenges that are put there by the universe to make you manifest the deepest greatness that is within you. In other words, I thought I went through my metamorphosis, and I did. We all went through different metamorphoses, psychological, spiritual, intellectual metamorphosis, but I got to go through a higher metamorphosis now. I ain't graduated. I thought I did. I ain't graduated. You're not done your initiation into the greatness. You're not done your initiation into greatness. This school came when it came because I needed the challenge now. I needed the challenge of people trying to destroy. The universe needed me to go through this again. They said, okay, you've been resting, traveling the world, being the number one scholar, number one Pan-Africanist, the most painted scholar living, more videos on YouTube than any other scholar living, and you don't even have a YouTube page because the people love you so much. Do y'all understand that? I have more videos on YouTube than any scholar alive, and I don't post any, and I don't have a channel. How did I get more videos on YouTube than any scholar alive, and I don't have a channel? It's because the love of the people. I'm not talking about the negative videos. You add them on top, I really got a lot, right? Because I'm the most loved and the most hated scholar. I'm the most loved and the most hated scholar. I'm the most supported scholar, and I'm the most undermined scholar at the same time. You understand? And in the school, I'm going to have all my paintings up. For all you brothers and sisters who've been painting me through these years and sending me these beautiful paintings. I've gotten paintings in Amsterdam. I've gotten paintings in South Africa. I've gotten paintings in Europe. I've got paintings. Those paintings will be up in the Dr. Umar Museum room of FDMG. I will put all those paintings up because they're beautiful. Everyone was beautiful, and everyone captured me at a different point in my political evolution. So those paintings will go up. But getting back to my point, the challenge of FDMG is forcing me to dig deep. The blessing of FDMG is once the first school is done. Once the first school is done, I will have such a sense of fulfillment and such a sense of completion that I don't know if anything else will compare to it short of the birth of my children or possibly getting married, or possibly getting married, or possibly getting married. I'm just sharing this all with you guys because I thought my supporters knew me well, but I don't think y'all do. I don't think y'all understand that even though I laugh a lot and I joke and I like to make y'all smile, I am a profoundly serious brother. You saw that with my brother, Lord Jamal. Shout out to him. Okay? I'm serious. When somebody says, come talk to this guy, I know he got a school, brother, that's an insult. It's an insult. Because you're assuming I need to talk to him. You're assuming he got something I don't. He got a building, but I'm not building what he's building, brother. That's not a Liberation Academy. That's not RBG. We're not taking grants and loans, brother. That's not what we're doing. Salute to them, but that ain't me. It's an insult. It's like going to a dentist and say, hey, I know a dentist. You should come learn from him. Excuse me? It's like going to an architect and say, hey, I know an architect. Come learn from him. Excuse me. Why are you assuming that the architect you know is more expert than the one you talking to? Why are you assuming the one you know is more expert than the one you talking to? It's an insult. It's a professional insult. You need help. That's common sense. And I have the help that I need. I have educators, superintendents, school board. Are you kidding me? Reading specialists, maths. Are you kidding me? I have what I need. But I will say this, though. I will say this. For those who want to help me so bad, for those who want to help me so bad because you're tired of waiting 6 years for the school. And by the way, that's only hater talk. That's only hater talk. That's only hater talk. My supporters ain't worrying about the school. They know it's coming. My supporters ain't worrying about the school. They know it's coming. It's the people who don't donate who's the most worried. Can y'all explain that to me? I want to ask y'all a question. How can the people who don't donate be more worried about this school than the people who actually care and donate every single month? Can somebody answer that? I want to ask that again. That is the most perplexing mystery of the FDMG saga. The people who do not donate are more worried about the school coming to fruition than the people who sacrifice and donate and give freely of whatever limited means that they have. Can y'all help me understand that? Can y'all help me understand that? If you have not donated, not to mention you already know he's not going to allow you inside anyway. If you have never donated, and of course you know that Dr. Umar is not letting you pass the front door anyway. If you have never donated and you know Dr. Umar is not going to let you pass the front door anyway, why are you so worried about this school? Is it that you're worried he's stealing and hustling? Or is it that you're worried that once that school opens, I am done? Which one is it? Is it that you're really concerned about him hustling people's money that you have nothing to do with? That you have no, are you really that concerned about other grown people's decisions up to how they spend their money? Is that the concern? Or are you just paranoid? Are you absolutely paranoid that once that school is open, you are done for? Is that it? Because I got donors who donate hundreds a month. Hundreds a month. Hundreds a month. I just had an elder from New York who made a single donation of $1,000. An elder from New York City, a single donation of $1,000. I got others who donate hundreds every month. And guess what? The top donors are very well educated people who can think for themselves. My top donors are very well educated people who can think for themselves, and many of them are in education. Many of them are in education, but they need Madball and down low and the faceless sociopath to think for them. Does that make any sense? Does that make any sense to anybody that the people who don't donate are more worried about the school than the people who donate? And that's the contradiction of the ridiculous questions about where's the money. That's the contradiction about the ridiculous questions over where's the money. That's the contradiction about the ridiculous questions over where's the money. The people asking where's the money haven't given any and are not subject to an answer. Are y'all following me right now? The people asking about the money haven't given any and are not subject to an answer. That's what I tried to communicate last night. You're not asking for my donors. You're asking for my haters, and they don't get answers. They're looking for my failure, not my support. They're looking for my failure, not my support. Where's the money? And you got 4 buildings. What did you do with the leftover money? And you just got the roof repaired. What did you do with the leftover money? You got to keep the grass cut. What did you do with the leftover money? You got to pay security. Brothers and sisters, let me make you aware of something. And I pray I'm not wasting your time. And I pray I'm not wasting your time. Did y'all know I was audited due to the hate by the state of Pennsylvania? Are y'all aware? If you're not, I'm telling you now. I don't think I told y'all. Ifa Tunde versus the state. Ifa Tunde versus the state. Ifa Tunde versus the state. I was audited. Yes. I had to send the Auditor General of Pennsylvania every bank statement, every donation receipt. Yes. Yes. I forgot to tell y'all about this. I had to pay my accountant to prepare all the paperwork. Yes. I had to spend your donations to pay an accountant to go through all of the donations to prepare the report for the Auditor General of Pennsylvania, because the faceless psychopath and Madball and Down Low and others, because they have a little army of losers too, people who failed at life and now have nothing better to do than destroy people who are successful in life. They sent so many letters to Pennsylvania. They said, you're being audited because we think you're still in the money. I went through this. See, I didn't even know that. I've already been audited and I passed it with flying colors. I already been audited and I passed it with flying colors. Oh, what was that for? Oh, that was for supplies for cleanup day. Mops, brooms, sponges, bags, gloves, face masks. Oh, what was this for? Getting the grass cut twice a month. What is this for? Paying security so people don't break into my school and try to hurt it again. What was that for? Paying for inspections from different contractors so they can tell me what it is going to cost to get work done. Any other questions? I mean, you can look at the name on the check. It's not hard. You can cross-reference. Any other questions? I passed it with flying colors. I passed it with, and even though I passed a state inspection, where I had to show them everything, brothers and sisters, you still got these trolls talking about where's the money when I passed a state inspection. Are y'all following me? Are y'all following me? I passed a state inspection. Brothers and sisters, haters are going to hate. That ain't my problem. I've been dealing with haters all my life. That's not a problem for me. But don't you ever make them think that I'm embattled, depressed. Yeah, I get irritated. You want to ask me nut-ass questions, I'm going to get irritated. You're going to keep repeating the same shit I already answered, I'm going to get irritated. But we still family when it's over. We still family when it's over. I always get irritated when I get asked ridiculous shit. Remember when I was on Roland Martin? Remember when I was on Roland Martin? Remember when I was on Roland Martin and what was that sister's name? Lauren Burke? Wanted to defend interracial dating. A black woman wanted to defend the black man's right to marry a white woman. Do y'all remember that? Do you remember how irritated I got? I got irritated because this is ridiculous. Don't waste my intellectual power on dumb shit. I will always get irritated when you ask me some dumb shit. When Roland Martin said, what's wrong with marrying outside of your race, Harry Belafonte and all these other people, that's some dumb shit. When Eugene Craig said, this is my country and we move together, that's some dumb shit. You will always see me get irritated when people try to reduce the intellectual vibration of the conversation. I don't apologize for that. No interviewer you know can touch me. They've been trying for 20 years. They can't touch me. I'm like Malcolm, bobbing and weaving. I'm like Malcolm, bobbing and weaving. They can't touch me. No interviewer you know can touch me. Brothers and sisters, for those of you who signed up for the Loyal Donors Club, and I hope more of you will. Brothers and sisters, for those of you who signed up for the Loyal Donors Club, and I hope more of you will, please consider joining the Bronze Club, $50 a month. Can we get $50 a month to raise this money for the HVAC repairs? And see, that's another thing. That's another thing. People keep saying you need help. I do. But I don't need the kind of help you want to give me. I don't need to talk to another educator. I don't need to talk to another private school operator. I don't need your ideas on how to run my school. I don't need that kind of help. You know what kind of help I need? I need technical help. I need a black HVAC who's going to come and repair the school for free or low cost. Give me some help. I need a black plumber who's going to come and repair the school for free or low cost. I need a black fencing company who can come and fence off our playground and school borders. I need a black fire alarm company. Since y'all want to help me so much, since y'all care so much about the future of the school, since y'all don't want to see me fail, where's your HVACer since you want to help me so much? Where's your black plumber who since you want to help me so much? Where's your black fire alarm company since you want to help me so much? Where's your black sprinkler alarm company since you want to help me so much? Since you want to help so much, give me some of that construction help. There we go. Brother said it ain't always about money. I agree with him. Brother said it ain't always about money. I agree with him. Brother said it ain't always about money. I agree with him. So bring me the volunteer who's going to do the HVAC. Room quiet now. Bring me the volunteer who's going to do the plumbing work. Room quiet now. Bring me the volunteer who's going to fix the sprinkler system. Room quiet now. Bring me the volunteer who's going to do the fire alarm system. Room quiet now. Oh, it's quiet. Oh, we only want to help you with the easy stuff that we know you already took care of. The help we need is construction. The help we need is construction. I don't need any organizational help whatsoever. I need construction help. Black HVAC, black plumber, black carpenter, black sprinkler system, black fire alarm company. Bring me that, brothers and sisters. Since you're so concerned about the school and you want to help so bad, where's your HVAC at? Licensed in both Delaware and Wilmington. Where's your plumber at? Licensed in both Delaware and Wilmington. Where's your fire alarm company? Licensed in both Delaware and Wilmington. Where's your sprinkler system? Licensed in both Delaware and Wilmington. Oh, it's quiet now. It's real quiet now. Oh, it's real quiet now. See, anybody can talk shit. We got to do the work, though. We got to do the work, though. We got to do the work, though. And then you get these Negroes who say, I offered him some help and he didn't take it. Brother, do you really think I'm that much of a jackass? That just because you popped your head out of a jack in a box that I'm going to run with you and I don't know anything about you? Do you know how many people want to get close to me so they can build themselves off of me or try to destroy me? Do you know how many people want to get close to me so they can try to build themselves off of me or destroy me? Do you know how many people want to get close to me so they can build themselves off of me or destroy me? I am literally a walking million views. I am literally a walking million views. I am literally a walking million views. You said, go ask the black millionaires. Why don't you go ask them? Go ask the black billionaires. Why don't you go and ask them? Aren't I doing enough trying to get the school ready? Why can't you make the phone call to Tyler Perry, Oprah Winfrey, Bob Johnson? Why can't you do it? You see what we do? Y'all want me to save the kids in public school, build the school for everybody, fix this, fix that, open up the girl. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? But let me get back to the Loyal Donors Club. $50 for bronze, $100 a month for silver, $250 a month for gold, $500 a month for platinum, $1,000 a month for diamond. If you can afford to sacrifice $50 a month, please sign up. Text me for the link 215-989-9858. If you can't text me, email me for the link drumar.johnson@yahoo.com. Or you can WhatsApp me for the link 215-989-9858. Bronze is $50, silver is $100, gold is $250, platinum is $5, diamond is $1,000. And I want to thank everybody who's been signing up. The first Loyal Donor Club member was a brother from Puerto Rico. Shout out to my African Boricuas. The first person to register for the Loyal Donors Club was our African Puerto Rican brother. I love that because it shows the Pan-African spirit. We know we got some Puerto Ricans out there who hate their black blood and want to be white. That's true, but it ain't everybody. It ain't everybody. And I accept any African in the world, wherever they are, if they identify with us. I will accept any African in the world, wherever they are, as long as they identify with us. If you want to sign up for the Loyal Donors Club, text me for the links. I know you got $50 a month. I know some of you could do $100 a month. I know some of you could do $250. Now the $5, that can be tough. $1,000, that might be more for businesses. I understand that. But the $50, the $100, the $250, y'all can do that. And I got news for you. Because of all this hate that we've been getting, again, it's nothing compared to the love, but because of all this hate we've been getting, the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy will be operated like Fort Knox. It will be operated like a bank vault. If you are not a donor, you will not get in that building. We have went through too much hell. We have dealt with too much slander. We have experienced too much character assassination. If you are not a donor, whether you are a random donor or a loyal donor, whether you are a random donor or a loyal donor, a random donor is someone who can't donate regularly. They can't afford $50 a month automatically, $100 a month automatically. So they go to the Cash App whenever they can. They go to the PayPal whenever they can. They mail in their donation checks and money orders whenever they can. And we love them and appreciate them and need them. Those are the random donors. And for my random donors out there, don't stop. I hope one day you could become a loyal donor, but don't stop. Go to $FDMG School and make your donation. Go to $FDMG School on the Cash App and make your donation. Go to $FDMG School on the Cash App and make your donation. Go to $FDMG School on the Cash App and make your donation. Or go to paypal.me/FDMG Academy. PayPal.me/FDMG Academy. PayPal.me/FDMG Academy. Or mail it in. P.O. Box 9634, Wilmington, Delaware, 19809. I have 34 seconds left in my Instagram. I have 29 seconds left in my Instagram. And I'm coming right back because I want to address this question of transparency. I want to address this bullshit about financial transparency and the hypocrisy involved. Let's deal with the hypocrisy. First of all, I just did a Pennsylvania Auditor General audit.